Good morning, Leestown Middle School. It is Friday, and just like every Friday, we are here to bring you the Leestown Friday Morning Sports Report. And we are here with Mr. Collins, who will be picking his games here later on. We got a new background there. Sports Report podcast coming soon. So nothing like starting a show. We were still getting information as soon as the show started, so still putting this thing together. But we got a lot to talk about this morning in sports, and we got a special guest that we'll be bringing on, and then we will make our weekend picks for the games. So Mr. Collins is getting his symbols ready. So just a couple announcements before we get into sports this morning. Reflections contest. Really want Chargers to enter the Reflections contest. I know we've got all kinds of talented Leestown Chargers out there, but Monday is the deadline for that. We've rolled that video a few times. There's submission instructions on the parent newsletter, so that's how you know where to send that to. So let's try to get some more entries in that, and Monday is a deadline. So reflections, get those entered on by Monday so we can get you into that contest. All right, so with that, we'll go right into the weekly scores. All right, so first of all, big football game last night. Woo! Leestown versus Morton, back in action after a bye week. And who won that game?
Chargers!
Leestown Chargers, 34-0.
Yes, sir!
All right, that was the A team. B team was in action last night against Morton as well. Who won that game? The B team, 14-0. All right, so congratulations, A team and B team, for getting those wins, and we are really having a good season. I think that makes us either 3-1 or 4-1 on the school year. So great job for the Leestown football team. Only other sport that we have in action right now is cross country, and cross country has been doing a great job this year. Coach Heinrich in her first year. I want to read the results. Remember, there was a big county meet last week. So Charger Cross Country participated in county final last Saturday, and the results were amazing. Out of 200 athletes, we had 4 finish in the top 10. So great job. So special recognition goes to Josh Arnett, who finished 3rd, Stephen Tackett 7th, Mac McGee and Laura Wedding King 10th. The girls team finished 7th overall.
Yes!
And the boys team brought home a trophy. All right, 2nd overall for finishing for the boys. So great job, but their season is not over yet. They have state coming up. I think Coach said in 2 weeks, so Just wishing those runners the best of luck, and we know that we've got maybe a state title to bring home. So congratulations, Leestown Chargers. All right, so before we get into our special guest, we got a few birthdays to recognize this morning. Today's birthday for October the 18th. All right, we have Peyton Knapp. Brady Chula. All right, those are October 18th birthdays. Having birthday tomorrow, Camila Gallegos.
Camilla.
Ben Marsh. Zarice Douglas. Zarice is actually on the Sunday, also on Sunday. Jinsey Miller. Caitlin Dolan. And that was all of our weekend birthdays. So with that, we have a very special guest in the studio this morning. Coming in, he is a super fan, Supercharger fan. He is also the director of our Leestown Distinguished Orchestra. Because remember, this is not only just a sports show, it is sports and extracurricular. So let's bring him on in, Nathan Wilson.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
All right, Mr. Wilson.
I'm on the sports report. Oh my God.
Right.
What a thrill. What a thrill. Sports report. You know, I got to say, those Chargers last night in the rain. And then the last play of the game, my boy, bassist, 7th grader, Michael Sands, picks up the ball. Goes in for the score. Go Chargers! Chargers!
Go Chargers. You can, if you go to a Chargers game, when we can go to Chargers games, you will see super fan Mr. Wilson on the sidelines making a lot of noise. I know it's been killing him right now because he has to watch from afar.
That's right.
But he is a super fan, and at all the games, not just football, but he goes to volleyball, basketball, everything. You'll
All
see
the
Mr.
track
Wilson.
meets, man, I tell you what, there's nothing like going to follow the Chargers. Last night, I got reports every 5 minutes from the football game. So thanks, Mom, for doing that. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Wilson is not only a Charger super fan, but he's won a few trophies himself.
A few dozen.
That's
A
right.
few dozen.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Gibson has won 4 city championships.
City! How many times?
4! Mr. Wilson, I don't know if you heard that, a few dozen trophies. Tell us a little bit about the orchestra and some of the competitions that you've been involved in and some of the shows that we got coming up.
Well, orchestra goes to competition every March, and they play for 4 judges. And I guess for the last 10 years, all the judges have rated Charger Orchestra as distinguished. So all distinguished is really, really cool. And this is one of the largest orchestras in the state of Kentucky. Over 180 people, and next year, who knows, it might even be 200. So being in the orchestra at Leestown is a lot like being on a team. And we treat each other with respect, and we try to help each other. And that's the bottom line with orchestra, is we do it together as a team. So it's a lot like being on volleyball and cross country, football, basketball, or cheer squad. So
That's right, and we've
been to those cheer competitions too, haven't we?
yes, cheerleading was getting ready to start here soon, and they've been state champs and everything else. So.
Well, speaking of state, the orchestra won a competition, selected to be the highlight middle school ensemble for orchestra in the state of Kentucky. Woohoo! Yeah!
That's right.
And hopefully we'll get our virtual performance online sometime this spring, and you can see the orchestra online in one of those videos with all the little bitty windows with all the kids playing their instruments. So that's a big challenging project, and hopefully we'll get that together for you all.
All right, so great to hear from our music department. We have a distinguished music department, our choir, our band, and our orchestra just make us very proud. And just like Mr. Wilson said, that is a team sport as well. When we have a showcase or a concert here, and you're involved in those activities, you have to be here. It's like a team not having one of its players, and you work so hard, and when we're able to have those concerts again, you know, you make it a point to be here for your team and to support your music program. So, with that, Mr. Wilson, we have a segment that we call.
Hold the phone! We have a missed birthday.
We have a couple.
Jack
We have a couple missed birthdays. I had the day wrong, but I'm going to go back and get those here in a second. But first, we got sports picks. All right, so we've got a brilliant sports mind and their producer, Mr. Collins.
Speedy.
Right,
Speedy Collins.
Rock star. He went head to head with me against last week.
Yeah, how did that work out?
We tied.
Oh,
It was a tie.
All right. So we like to throw in some Charger games, some high school games. Not many high school games this weekend. The Chargers are off for a couple weeks, so we've got some college games. So this is how it works. Are you ready to pick against the rock star?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So for our games this weekend, some big games. We got Georgia, Alabama.
Oh.
Who you got, Rockstar?
No, we're going Roll Tide.
All right. You got Nathan.
I got to go with Alabama too. I just love the way Nick Saban coaches. He coaches a lot like I aspire to teach.
All right. But you know he's got COVID.
I know.
But Coach, you don't walk the sidelines with your arms folded the whole time.
No, I'm like this on
Yeah.
the sidelines.
All right. Mr. Collins's U of L Cardinals versus
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Ooh.
Okay. Notre Dame by 1 and a last-second field goal in 3 overtimes.
Yeah, I got to pick Notre Dame. When I was a kid, we had 3 channels on TV, and Notre Dame game was the only game that we could see every week for sure. Notre Dame. Yeah, I'm going with Notre Dame.
All right, we got to have some separation there. You're picking the same things. All right, we got a high school game. We've got Bryan Station High School versus Oldham County.
Oh, no, not even. It's all Bryan Station. Bryan Station is mean this year. They punished Lafayette High School 2 weeks ago. So
No, Oldham County by 10.
Oh, okay.
Bryan Station.
All right, and we've got a game that nobody really cares about here. Like I said, but North Carolina Tar Heels versus Florida State. So,
Oh, anybody but North Carolina. Go
Man, as
Seminoles.
bad as I don't want to pick North Carolina, I'm going to pick them.
all right, and then save the big one for last.
Oh, you put me in a bad position, young man. You put me in.
It's just-
Listen, I am from the great state of Tennessee, born and raised in the great state of Tennessee. Volunteers. However, once a year, I do not root for the Volunteers. I root for the Kentucky Wildcats to beat Tennessee.
All right.
I got peeps in Knoxville, and from the time I was this big, they beat us up about how they're going to kick our fannies in football. So I'm saying, UT, you're going down.
Okay. Both of you picking.
Go Cats!
All right.
Gosh, you gotta love the Cats this year. You gotta love the Cats. There's so much heart on the Kentucky team. Lots of heart, just like the Chargers. Just like the Chargers.
Chargers will be back in action in a couple weeks, and girls basketball has started, so they'll be playing soon. If you missed tryouts, you can still email Coach Eddie Johnson and discuss maybe having a different tryout, but we're getting girls basketball started soon. And we want to back up because in the hurry to get the show started, I read the wrong birthday. So
Oh my goodness.
we read the 18th, 19th, and 20th. So we have, today's the 16th. So we have a couple big birthdays that we missed today. First, happy birthday to Maddox Braden Sapp. And happy birthday to Jack Prize Golden. All right, those are birthdays today. No birthdays on the 17th, and we read the 18th, so I think we're back on track now.
Go Jack.
All right, so, all right, so let's put our L's up and do our LMS on 3. Live responsibly, make good choices, and show kindness to others. And let's do our pledge on 3. 1, 2, 3. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, and it's going to be a great Friday. Reflections, make sure you get those in. Thank you, Mr. Wilson, for joining us.
My pleasure.
We'll see who wins the pick trophy for picking against the rock star next week. Put our L's up, and everybody in the house is have a Go Chargers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go Chargers!